Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Whenever you come across this video, thank you so much for choosing to spend a little bit of time with me. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the likes, shares, and subscribes. Everyone who's booking, making purchases off the website, tipping the Clarista, pledges to the Patreon, sending things to the P.O. Box, and purchases off the wish list. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My gosh, I love you guys so much. Let's dive in. So this weekend, there was something that kind of happened, and it's, I feel like it's part of a message here. Okay. So I was heading towards like this drive-through, and just before you get to, like the building, there is a stop sign. Okay. And so I'm approaching, and I see that the drive-through line is like to the road, right? It's really long. But the stop sign turns red, or it's like a stoplight, okay? So it turns red. And I sit at that stoplight, and I sit there and I watch the line clear out, and then the light turns green, and boom, I'm the first in line. So I feel like there's something significant. Some of you could be experiencing, like, you could be at the point where it's like you are, pulling up to the stop sign, right? Or like you are, waiting at the stop sign, or there's an energy of, maybe suddenly you got the green light, right? And you're like kind of pulling up first in line. I'm not sure. But for some reason, there was like a message behind that as far as, it's like I could clearly see, it was very obvious to me that it made more sense to wait at the stop sign, right? Like what the divine had planned, like the timing of the divine, like, excuse me, it made more sense for me to like wait at the stop sign than to wait in the middle of the road, right? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, but there's like this energy. Okay. Anyways, okay. What does the collective need to know? I don't know if that's what this message is going to be about, but I felt like it was something that was very significant that needed to be shared. So, okay, so we have connection, we have groundedness here. That's funny because there was also this energy too. I was picking up on, I actually saw this card. We haven't seen this card in a while, and I saw this card in my, in my third eye here over the weekend. And I was thinking about like the web of lies, you know what I mean? That is society, right? Like, and there's this energy of getting kind of untangled, I feel like, from some sort of web here, okay? Okay, but I feel like there's one or two more that wants to come out of here. There we go, the wisdom. Observation at the bottom of the deck here. Yeah. There is an energy coming through like about that message, right? Of like trusting divine timing. Like there's something about especially with the observation and the moderation being kind of underneath that. There is something I don't know. It feels like the timing of something is protecting you, or like maybe even keeping you from like getting tangled up here. Let's dive further. It just feels like there is a level of observance of like, you know, this could be like the divine, maybe even like saving you from yourself in some type of way, or, but it feels like you are being made aware of maybe what feels like, you know, especially, you know, a lot of times when we're going through life, right, we can't necessarily, like, in that situation, you don't necessarily see what's playing out, right? You just know you're at a stop sign, right? So there's kind of this energy of where maybe you're being shown, or there's some sort of observation that you're going to make that helps you push through this or understand like what's happening. Yikes. Okay, kind of a lot going on there. All right, they're telling me to use a tarot over here. Another deck on the tarot over here, and then we'll move over to Patreon for the extended. We'll tap into this, I guess. Some sort of jealousy or evil eye. I don't know. There's somebody that's tried to cause problems on your path here. That could be where this connection is kind of coming through. I can't remember exactly what I was thinking about when I was thinking about this card here, but okay. What's this connection for the collective, please? What's this tarantula? This connection, what are you trying to say? The High Priestess. Something about a web of lies. With the High Priestess here, oof, you could be seeing through somebody's like web of lies here. Some of you could have held back from some sort of connection. And especially with it coming out on this tarantula card, I feel like there's an energy of Five of Pentacles with the Knight of Pentacles. Right? This is like somebody that what is the Five of Pentacles with the Knight of Pentacles here? Tower with the Page of Wands. This could be somebody that's watching you. Or especially with her holding the record player, there's like some sort of repeated cycle here. Right? That could be too what's kind of going on. There's also some sort of good news. There's also too an energy of, for some of you, a connection coming towards you. Ace of Cups with the Lovers and the Temperance. But it feels like there is a... So, okay, so I'm picking up on several different timelines. There is somebody that is separating from a connection because you're recognizing, you're realizing this is literally just a repeated cycle, right? Like, this is like you've heard this record a million times. You know what I mean? It's like, man, that sounds familiar. You know what I mean? Like, okay. Yeah. Okay. You know what I mean? And there's like this like release you're like holding back or refraining or something like that. But for others of you, I feel like there is this, I don't know. Honestly, it feels like there's something going on within you. There's some sort of, right? Remember we were talking about observation. There's some sort of realization maybe when it comes to some sort of connection. And they're kind of tying me back into this stoplight, right? It's not to say that maybe there are a bunch of people like lined up to kind of get to know your person or something like that. But there is this energy of this awareness or this observation, something being made evident about like maybe a delay or something along those lines when it comes to a certain connection. That would be for somebody that like I feel like maybe knows who may be coming towards them, or like with the High Priestess here, it feels like you're intuitively picking up on, you could really be intuitively picking up on somebody else's energy here, right? You may not even know who this person is. Yeah, and there could be like this energy of like, wondering like, where is this person? Like, when are they going to show up? I can feel them. Yeah, okay, let's keep going. Tell me about this groundedness for the collective, please. We have the Hanged Man. Yeah, it's like, mm-hmm. Yeah, there's like this energy of almost like two people kind of being remade with the Hanged Man and the Death card, right? Like, this is one person gaining a higher perspective about something, right? And then another person, kind of going through some sort of death and rebirth. But this is also, too, this could very well just be your energy of like, you, again, there was some sort of observation. You kind of looked at something from a higher perspective. You went within on it. You took time to understand something here. And then there's like this death and this rebirth, right? So some of you just recently ended a cycle of, repeated types of connections, right? Again, I've heard this song before, I've heard this record before, whatever. And you're currently kind of, regrounding. And I feel like, too, there is an energy of, like, these type of energies that were tied into this cycle in the past that really kind of weighed you down, So I feel like, too, there is an energy of kind of feeling lighter, of being released from certain things, certain beliefs, certain, you know, especially if these were like, you know, people from the past and repeated cycles and stuff, they could have had perceptions of the old you, or, you know, projecting their own perceptions of themselves onto you. It just feels like there is some sort of energetic weight that's been lifted or is being lifted. It's almost like you're kind of integrating this like energy, or even just, it's not even really integrating this energy. It's almost like releasing you from you know, a bunch of like, again, they're reminding me of like kind of like a web, right? It's like you could have got, you know, kind of caught up in a web a little bit here. And I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be a web of lies, but it could have been an energy that really left you feeling like you were not enough, right? Or that you needed to be better, or you needed to do more, or that you were too much, or that you were, you know, like that type of energy. But it feels like, you know, whatever type of like attachments that anything, you know, anyone from this cycle had on you is being released. And it feels like you're, it's, again, it's like you know, there is that integration energy, but it's also too just like releasing this heaviness. You know what I mean? Yeah, removing some sort of masks, maybe. Yeah, for some of you, there could, you know, you could have a lot of people coming towards you right now, male or feminine, right? In a romantic sense. And again, it's like that energy of like, you know, I've heard this before, you know, I'm not going to do this song and dance again. Let me get a little bit more on this Hangman with this death card. Queen of Cups with the Ace of Swords. Exactly. This is, you know, knowing what you give, but also knowing what you deserve. Okay? She's definitely, like, walking away, right? It's almost like this energy of out of compassion, out of kindness, out of generosity, out of, you know, maybe even, again, you could even just have this, like, deeper understanding of, you know, everyone that may be tied into this old cycle, right? It's like you have this deeper understanding of like, you know, their struggles and things like that. And there's, you know, this compassion, or like this, just this, you know, your heart is wanting to, you know, hold space. But at the same time, you're very aware that it's like, yeah, but this is not helping me, right? Three of Swords. This is not helping my growth. This is not, you know, and again, it's not out of selfishness, but it's like, I think I'll go after this Ace of Cups, right? I think I'll go after like fulfilling my own type of energy here, okay? And this doesn't have to necessarily be romantic, right? This could also be like friends. It could be, you know, platonic. It could be family members. It just feels like there is a space of like you holding space for others that, you know, again, it's like they have their own web, right? And you don't necessarily want to get tangled up in that. Okay, so tell me about these ancestors for the collective. And we are just entertainers. Here I don't know why that came through. The World with the Two of Swords. Especially with it coming out on the ancestors here. Page of Cups, Intuition, the Justice, the Six of Wands. For some of you, this is like energies of people who, you know, that song came through on the ancestors. It's almost like they take advantage of spiritual knowledge, spiritual gifts, spiritual, you know, or they don't take it serious, right? Or like they're not, you know, maybe it's not like they don't take it serious, but there could be an energy of, sorry, I know I've been kind of picking, it's just a habit. For some reason, I'm really picking up on this energy of like, you know, kind of taking the ancestors and passed over loved ones and maybe even spirituality, like kind of as a joke. And that's not something you'd really want to do. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a joke. It's not a joke. Yeah, Nine of Swords. This person could be kind of in their head about this. And this could be why you're disconnecting from them, right? Because it's like, okay, well, especially a lot of you, if like, you know, your life is very spiritual or very divinely led, or, you know, even your career path or whatever, right? You know, it's kind of like this energy of like, okay, well, if you don't take this seriously, then you don't really take me seriously. And that's all fine and well, right? Again, I feel like you're moving from this place of understanding. It's like, you don't have to. But also, I can't have that energy in my life, right? Like, you know, I feel like it's like definitely, there's been some serious decision that's been made. As far as, you know, I feel like it ties into like maybe what you feel you deserve, or, like, I just can't help but feel like there's this energy of, like, connections in the past, like, really weighing you down, you know? Really being kind of heavy, and weighing you down, and, yeah, and it feels like almost this energy of, especially with this observation, yeah, Four of Swords, putting this to rest here, okay? Sorry, guys. We're almost through it. We're working through it. But it's this energy, especially with the Seven of Wands here, the King of Wands, the World, Two of Swords, Eight of Swords with the Eight of Pentacles. It's like, it's almost like this energy of like, you know, with releasing this, with creating boundaries in this situation, it like brings you out of a space of, again, like heaviness or whatever. It could have had you a lot in your thoughts, or, you know, maybe even feeling stuck. But Eight of Pentacles, now there's movement forward. It's like going from this energy of very stagnant, very still, to movement forward here, okay? But it comes with creating boundaries with these energies. And this King of Wands is really giving like arrogant energy, right? Somebody who just, I don't know if they just think that they're better than you, or like they're above, I heard above the law. That's fucking weird. Or like maybe it's like above spiritual law, or like, you know, this feels like somebody who's maybe a little lustful, like I said, a little arrogant, a little bit, definitely somebody who did not, they keep reiterating this, they did not take your ancestors seriously, they did not take you seriously, they did not take your journey seriously, okay? And again, I feel like there's not even a place of judgment, because it's like, well, that would be hard to take seriously if they've never been down that journey. But I can no longer hold space for that. You are releasing anyone that is not, supporting this path or this journey, or, could be, they could say it to your face, but I feel like they, you maybe energetically you knew, behind the scenes, that this is not really real support, right? You could have really been picking up on it. There's just like this energy of, again, I feel like you've released some sort of connection, or you were releasing some sort of connection, or this feels kind of present, right? That again, it feels like it's, same old song and dance. And it's almost like this energy, some of you are doing this before you even get in this stuck position, but some of you are realizing that whoever this is, right, by releasing them, there's been some sort of integration, or there will be some sort of integration that helps you, again, it's like pulls you out of a certain energy here, okay? Out of this stuck and stagnant and into this like forward movement, right? Like getting back to work here, Okay, tell me about this wisdom. For some of you, this is somebody who was like jealous and envious, okay? Even though they didn't necessarily understand your journey, they were still maybe a little bit jealous and a little bit envious here. Yeah, Nine of Swords of the Ten of Cups, because like, how are you so happy? Why are you so happy? What, you know what I mean? This is somebody who really struggled with their own happiness maybe, or like fulfillment, or, and this feels like for some of you too, this feels like it's like almost like a distant connection, okay, that's being removed. Like maybe it's not something that you're doing, it's just being removed, because I'm almost feeling like, kind of like a little spy type energy, somebody who's like sneaky and kind of hanging out in the background a little bit, okay? Yeah, this would be somebody who, I am picking up maybe a feminine energy, doesn't have to be, okay? Yeah, this could have been somebody that maybe, again, you could have already walked away from this person in the past. And they could have been, their energy could have been lingering, or they could have been lingering, or they could have been doing some stupid ass shit or something like that here, okay? But yeah, with this wisdom and the Three of Pentacles with the Judgment, it's like, especially this could have been like a collaboration, or, it's like this energy of, see, I've never picked up on this before, this type of energy with this Three of Pentacles. Usually it feels like they're holding the moon together, they're working together. In this card, or in this energy, it feels like, one is really trying to take that from the other. And you may have picked up on that, right? And so there's this judgment, right? This separation, this leaving of kind of like, yeah, nope. No. You cannot have my happiness. This is my happiness. You have to create your own. You have to create your own. Okay, tell me about this Three of Pentacles with this Judgment. Yeah, the Knight of Wands with the Star, right? This is somebody who, they could have tried to show up in a very mature energy, right? With that King of Wands being here, very mature, very grown, very, but ultimately with the Knight of Wands, that's their essence, right? It's like, very flighty. Again, that could have been that lustful energy here, okay? Not dependable, okay? Also, I'm kind of picking up on, I'll be honest, it feels almost like a bully energy as well. Somebody who just assumes that they're better than others. I've been kind of picking up on that through this whole reading a little bit, right? Somebody who feels as though, And you could have, you know, unintentionally kind of picked up on that, or put yourself, you know, kind of aligned with that type of energy here, right? Like, you know, kind of put yourself down on some sort of equality scale because this person like projected that energy. You know what I mean? Yeah, Nine of Wands with the star though. It's like you're really coming into this new space here, and for some reason they're bringing me back around to the beginning, right, where I was like, you know, at the stop sign or the stoplight, and I was able to see, you know, kind of what was going on, like, and how that was working out for my favor. So I feel like, collective, there is some sort of observation or some sort of evidence where when it comes to these type of connections, why, you know, because some of you could be like, why the fuck am I still attracting these type of people, or why the fuck am I, is like, you know, is there nobody around, or, you know, what, it just feels like there's some sort of evidence on why something is going the way that it is, okay, or why, you know, again, it could be evidence that can, you know, disconnecting from this person. It's like this person was really weighing you down. Yeah. Like, and there's some sort of evidence that comes through with this, right? There's something that is going to make a lot of sense, and it has to do with connections. I feel like equality. I feel like truth. I feel like what you will accept, what you will not accept. And it also feels too like some sort of evidence that, like, in the past you made some sort of right decision to be guarded, or to, you know, kind of leave somebody where they were here. Okay. Queen of Swords. Yeah. Yeah, because you may be getting some sort of information about, somebody could have been planning some sort of, you know, Five of Swords battle here, right? They could have been planning some sort of setup. It almost feels like somebody was trying to embarrass you, maybe. But again, with the Queen of Swords here, yeah, or they were trying to, they wanted you to feel left out, or like you missed an opportunity, or like really in your head about something here. Or again, with that Six of Pentacles, this always is giving that energy of like, you know, praise me, right? I have something that you need type energy, you know. Yeah. No, they don't. No, they don't. Yeah. So this is kind of what's going on here, collective. Okay, I'm gonna take this over to Patreon. Okay, if you follow us over there, fantastic. I'll see you when we get over there. If not, this has been your reading. I love you so very much, and good job on this, because I feel like you're at a point with this for a lot of you. I feel like we're all at different timelines. Some of you are opening your eyes to this, and you're making those disconnections. Others of you are, in that space of like being able to observe and see where these disconnections were very beneficial, right? So anyways, okay, I love you.